札幌国際プラザでは国際交流や多文化共生のまちづくりを推進しています。札幌に住む外国人などの言語や文化が異なる人たちの支援をするのも私たちの大切な仕事で、その中には災害時の支援も含まれます。札幌国際プラザは札幌で大きな災害が起きたとき、被災した外国人の支援にあたる災害多言語支援センターを立ち上げることを札幌市と約束しています。災害多言語支援センターは多言語で情報を発信したり、外国人の相談に乗ります。また、避難所など被災した外国人がいる場所を訪問します。2018年の胆振東部地震の後、地域の外国人の中から災害が起きたときに自分も何か役に立ちたい。支援されるだけではなくて自分も支援する側に立ちたいという声が上がりました。日本人中心のスタッフだけでは気づきにくいことも外国人だから分かったり、言語だけでなく文化も同じ人が寄り添って支援することで、支援される側にもより安心してもらえるのではないか。地域の外国人自身が持つ SNS などの情報ネットワークを生かせば、もっと効率よく情報を届けることができるのではないかと考えました。そこで2021年に札幌災害外国人支援チーム、通称SAFEという外国人を中心とした災害時のボランティアチームを立ち上げました。SAFEのメンバーは災害時には災害多言語支援センターと一緒に被災した外国人の支援をします。災害が起きていない時も地域の避難訓練に参加するなど、災害時にも日本人と外国人が協力し合えるよう、お互いの理解を進めるための活動も行っています。それでは皆さんにSAFEのメンバーをご紹介したいと思います。
Hello everyone, I'm Nesimo Miji from the Philippines. I'm living here in Hokkaido for almost 30 years and I am a member of SAFE here in Sapporo. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Michał. I come from Poland and I've been living in Japan for almost 14 years. And at the moment, I'm working at Hokkaido University as a teacher. Nice to meet you.
Have you ever experienced any disasters during your stay in Japan?
Yeah, I experienced the Iburi earthquake that was happened on 2018. And that was so terrible because everybody was in trouble due to water outage and blackout. And after 2 days, I got a call from a trainee from Eniwa, and he asked me to interpret what his boss is talking about because he can't understand Japanese. His boss just came to check if they are okay, and then they told him that they want some water because the water doesn't come out from the faucet due to the water outage. So his boss told them to go to the office to get some water to drink.
Actually, yes. I've experienced 2 significant earthquakes during my time in Japan. The first one was in 2011. It was, I believe, Great East Japan earthquake, which was a terrifying experience. Later, there was the one in 2018, the Hokkaido Eastern Iburi earthquake. So during these earthquakes, I felt a strong sense of fear and uncertainty. We faced problems like power outages, disrupted transportation, and shortages of essential supplies. Foreigners around me often struggled with communication and understanding local emergency procedures.
When a disaster occurs, what kind of problems do you think foreigners face? And what kind of support do you think they need?
Actually, the most problem is the language barrier. And not all foreigners has an idea about evacuation. They don't know where to go to keep them safe. For example, in my country, were not oriented about evacuation during calamities. And one time, this is my sister's story. And one time, typhoon occurred in the Philippines, and my sister was not able to go back home due to the flood. So they went to the nearest department store and stayed there for one night.
Foreigners often face language barriers and may not be familiar with Japanese emergency protocols. They might not know where to seek shelter or how to access information. Support in the form of multilingual communication and clear instructions in various languages would be very helpful. Additionally, having designated foreigner-friendly support centers or hotlines during emergencies would make a significant difference. When you consider foreigners living in Sapporo, there are many people who represent various religions. For example, Muslims. So for such people, it's also important to provide them with an environment that supports their special needs. For example, a diet. Some religions have dietary restrictions, so we should provide some food that can be eaten by them in shelters. Another thing to consider is a quiet place where the families or individuals could do their religious practices in peace. And I think that would help their situation in the times of distress.
What do you think young people in Japan can do to help foreigners in times of disaster?
As much as possible, they should learn English, even an easy English, so that they can handle the foreigners. If they are not confident to speak English, they can write it down and let the foreigner read it. In that way, they can understand each other.
So I think Japanese people, especially the younger generation, can play an important role by being more inclusive and helping foreigners in times of disaster. This can include volunteering as a translators or assisting with emergency information dissemination. Promoting cultural sensitivity and raising awareness about the challenges foreigners may face during such situations is important. I believe that even if there is a language barrier, young Japanese people can offer emotional support and experience they have since they were little children from various trainings that started since kindergarten, so they may be very valuable assets.
As a SAFE member, what would you like to do?
As a SAFE member, I'll do my best to participate in seminar and evacuation drill to have more knowledge on how to handle the foreigners during disasters.
So I would like to contribute to SAFE by sharing my experiences and insights as a long-term resident in Japan who has faced disasters. I can offer advice on how to better assist foreigners in emergencies and help in developing educational materials or outreach programs to improve disaster preparedness and response for foreigners in Japan. Additionally, I can act as a bridge between the local and foreign communities to enhance cooperation and understanding.
もし災害が起きた場合、困った外国人が近くにいるんだったら教えてください。
世界中の人々がみんな英語を話すわけではありません。なので、コミュニケーションを取るのがとても大事だと思います。だから英語だけではなく、他のコミュニケーション方法もありますね。例えばイラストやジェスチャーとか、他の外国語も面白いと思いますね。私も自分でポーランド語を話しているのでだから皆さんはちょっと外国語などコミュニケーションをより良くするように頑張ってください。
災害が起きたとき、皆さんの周りにも困っている外国の方がいるかもしれません。皆さん一人一人に何ができるか、ぜひ考えてみてください。そしてさらに支援を必要としている外国の方がいたら、災害多言語支援センターや 外国人による支援チームのことを教えてあげてください。